Hey, Flosstube, she's back. She's way out of practice, but she's back. Welcome to Stitch with Mel. I am Mel, Melissa, and it is so good to be back. For those of you who have been checking in with me, thank you so much. I'm still here. Just life. So this is a Flosstube number 71. And yeah, there's a lot. So get your favorite drink. I got some coffee. I'm recording this Sunday night, or whatever day it is. I don't even know what day it is. Let's see. I think it's the 28th. It's like 10 o'clock at night. But I said now or never, because that's how it goes. Let's talk about life. What's been happening? A lot. So we've had the holidays. Holidays have come and gone. Decorated a little bit for Valentine's Day. I have a few things here and there. I can't find my Valentine's pillows. I'm sure they're in a box outside. We've had Christmas. We've had Thanksgiving. I think I saw you before Thanksgiving. So, in the meantime, my baby girl has gotten engaged. That happened New Year's Eve. We got to celebrate with them. If you follow me, you've seen pictures. I was definitely in mom overload. So she graduates April 27th. She gets married May 18th. And I'm very excited for them both. They accepted a position at a church 2 hours north of me. Super excited about that, because I was really, the mind says let them do their thing, but the heart says I want them close. So we knew that she would end up where, God wanted her to be. So they accepted a church 2 hours away from us, where they will be children's pastors. So super proud of them for that. That's what she's gone to school for. And she will graduate, if she stays up at this point, I think she has a 3.84 maybe. So her grades were all A's last semester, and I haven't seen the final GPA yet, so it may even be higher than that. Anyways, regardless, she's doing well. So that's them. Katie and Nick are doing fabulous. They're just working away. She's still at the prison. He is still doing his job, and they love it. And Trey and Madeline are doing as well as they can be. I think I saw y'all after his last accident. I'm pretty sure I did. He had another accident Christmas Eve, and he's having to deal with a lot. I mean, it's been traumatic for him. So she has accepted a new position that she starts, I think, in a couple of weeks, I think is what they said. So she's super excited about that. She's a nurse. She's been working in a hospital, and now she's going to be doing home health hospice care. She's very tender-hearted, very good at her job, and so I feel like this will be a perfect fit for her. And it'll be a Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30 job, which we're excited about, because nursing is hard, and your schedule is kind of dependent on whatever's going on. So this being a set schedule will be good. All right, I didn't want to do just a whole long family update. Aunt Donna and Uncle Gary are doing fabulous. Uncle Gary is still recovering from his knee surgery, so keep him in prayers. He deals with significant pain. It's not like a constant problem, but my uncle, bless him, I love you, Uncle Gary. He still thinks he's 40, and he needs to bounce and go and run and do all the things, and he doesn't enjoy having a standstill. So anyway, so we're praying for him, just that, you know, it'll heal faster. He's doing his therapy fabulous. He's doing all the things he's supposed to. It just, when you replace a major bone, it's bad. Grandma is doing great. She's just as obnoxious as ever. My parents are doing good. You know, we've gone through a period of grieving, and but they're doing good. Mom has picked up cross-stitching again, and she says it's a time for us to spend time together. I get those wake-up calls, you know, when I'm taking a nap, because I've been down with the flu for the last week, and so I get those wake-up calls on, do you backstitch with two threads, and how do you know about how to count things? And I'm just like, Mom, make a working copy and go for it. Like, she cross-stitched a long time ago. It's just, it's got to come back to her. That's what it is. I mean, she's been crocheting and doing all the things, and now she's decided that she wants to pick up big pieces and cross stitch. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And Debbie and Justin are back home. Can't remember if I have filmed since that, but they still have a few things that they're doing here and there for repairing their home. Their home was not the most traumatically hit by the tornadoes in March in Little Rock, but it was severely damaged. So they had to move in with some of their cousins, my aunts and my aunt's cousins, my dad's, for an extended time. And so I know that they were happy to get back home. I am encouraging Aunt Debbie to get back to painting. She painted us, oh my goodness, I packed it. I don't have one of my gifts. She painted us the cutest little canvases. They were like this big for ornaments with snowmen doing our hobbies. So for me, it was cross stitch. And I think my aunt got a cross stitch too, Aunt Donna. For Katie, it was nursing. For Trey, it was a computer. For Erica, it was art, I think. For my brother-in-law and one of my nephews, it was computer stuff, and I forget what my sister's was. But they were so adorable. I never would have thought about that. It was so creative. So, yeah, I screamed, hollered, laughed, cried. It was great. She's working on a beautiful winter piece for me. I actually just took down her last year's winter piece because it's February now. Gotta put the pink stuff. But yeah, she knows I love blue, and it's perfect. So, anyways, they're doing good. So I guess that's all the family updates. Like, my family's like, why do you talk about family stuff? Well, you know, because I have people. Let's just talk about plans for 2 seconds for the immediate future. I don't know what my Flosstube plans are going to look like. I would like to say that I'm going to be here every 2 weeks. I would like to say that. My therapist hears regularly from me. I mean, I see him weekly. So he's like, what are you doing for yourself? And I'm like, I talk to my friends on computer. And, you know, I text several people, you know, that we're Stitch friends with, but, you know, so he asked me about my Flosstube, and I think he's subscribed. I'm not really sure, but, you know, with that kind of situation, you're not really allowed to have, you know, the social media communication, whatever. But I don't know if he watches, but, you know, he was like, well, I mean, that's a good way to talk. And I'm like, you're literally talking to yourself, though. So it's not always easy. I say a lot of us. But moving forward, I'm trying to get back my business full. You know, I've got a wedding and kids stuff and bills to pay. So I'm trying to get everything back in order. I literally took December off, not knowing I was going to get sick in January, of course. I took December off, and I was like, I'm not going to push the business because, you know, people are strapped by December. And, I mean, I have friends buying from me, and guilt. So, and then January, I mean, it was coming home from Erica's engagement thing. I felt a scratchy throat. And then we had New Year's and I wasn't feeling great. And then it was like, bam, I got hit. I had bronchitis. Thankfully, you know, it wasn't all of the horrible, horrible stuff. I fully thought that I had pneumonia by week 2, but I didn't. Week 3, my boss was like, you need to go back to the doctor. And I work in law enforcement, so they're all, you know, they're medical too. And so I went back to the doctor and they were like, yeah, you've got bronchitis. And then the next week, I went to, it was Martin Luther King Day, and I was like, no, still not better. And so I went back to my doctor, because I went to urgent care for the other doctor. I went back to my doctor and she said, yeah, I saw that you went to urgent care, you know, and that they said bronchitis. She's like, let me check things out. And then she gave me a flu test and she was like, it's flu A. And she's like, this stinks, you know, having both on top of each other. And I mean, she gave me all the medicine. She was like, I mean, it's just going to have to work itself out. So, still congested. My chest isn't burning as bad. The nasal congestion is just annoying, but it's just a thing. So, hopefully I won't cough too much and it'll be okay. But yeah, as far as plans being on here, I'm going to do my best to be here regularly. As far as stitching plans, I'm going to show y'all, of course, what I hope to stitch on. But Aunt Donna asked me if I have plans for this year just to get things rolling for the year. Because for the last 2 weeks, I have been sick stitching. Like, if I wasn't asleep and I felt like it, I was stitching. Like, hard stitching. And then I would sleep for, you know, hours at a time. And then I just didn't feel like it, so I would just watch Flosstube. Well, unbeknownst to her, I had bought myself a calendar. I always buy a happy planner every year. And usually about halfway through, I forget to use it. But I bought myself this planner. This is the Creative Planner. And I love that it has stitches in it. And so I went to a couple of the Facebook groups. And I just realized I didn't turn my volume off. But hopefully nobody's going to call me at 10 o'clock at night. I went to a couple of the Facebook groups. Specifically one that EJ from Sunshine Stitchers uses. Magazine Challenge, I think is the name of it. Anyways, join the challenges. That's what I did. I don't know that I'm going to stick to all of them. I may or may not. One of them I've already busted, but I'm going to start it from February 1st and move forward. And it's the stitching for 365 days straight. And we'll see what happens. I mean, they consider one stitch to be, you know, stitching in the day. So I'm hoping that I can do that one. And then in one of the groups, I can't remember which one, there was a challenge called the 2024 Bouquet. And so you had to pick out 12 flower names. And that was really cool, you know, because you're making a little bouquet for yourself. So I picked out Amaryllis, Baby's Breath, Bleeding Heart, Carnation, Chrysanthemum, Daisy, Iris, Lavender, Pansy, Rose, Sweet Pea, and Tulip. That would be an expensive bouquet. And then the next step was you had to open a PDF. And so on that PDF was DMC numbers beside the flower names. I didn't know what was happening until I read the rules. The DMC numbers represent the number of stitches that you have to stitch in a year, because this is a year challenge, to make this bouquet happen. So I have to stitch a total of 22,307 stitches. My aunt just about fainted just now. So there you go, Aunt Donna. That's a challenge I'm going to do. And if you think about it, that's doable. If you're stitching regularly every month, that's doable, especially if you're stitching every day. So we'll see how that works. And then I did the acrostic thing because I thought that was fun. Now that comes from the magazine challenge. So from my understanding, what you have to do is find a piece that you want to stitch in a magazine, which you'll see when we get into my plans and things that I'm already working on. You'll see that I've used a lot of P&PS. And I had to check on something, sorry. And I have tons of just cross stitch behind me, along with some other cross stitch magazines. So from my understanding, what you do is you go through, you pick out what you want to cross stitch, which I'm going to predominantly probably use my PNPSs to start with to finish them, and you match them up with your cross stick. So February's acrostic is snowshoe, and so each letter is going to be one of these projects, which shouldn't be hard to do. So that's just a fun way to keep up with things. And I've put into my calendar starting stitches, ending stitches. Now, I don't use any of the electronic programs. I might need to. I do have an iPad. I haven't looked into the programs. I'm incredibly lazy, y'all. People don't believe me when I say that. I am. So I haven't looked into any of the programs and how they do the counting things and all the stuff. So it may or may not happen. I don't know. But there's an idea for keeping up with my stitches. So, and it's just cute. This is what I use for my cross stitch, for my paparazzi business, and for work, like my legit work schedule. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. Now I have to show you this next thing, and then I have to get it out of the way because it makes me nervous and I don't want to break it at all. My baby girls and Trey surprised me with an amazing collection of vintage dining ware with a cross stitch thing. This is called a Victory by Salem. And it looks like cross stitches. And so it's not a full set. My baby girl likes to do flea market kind of stuff. She loves Hobby Lobby. And so she found this set, I don't know where, and she managed to hide it from me for months, apparently, in her room. Beautiful little teacup. It has the gold leaf. So above me, you can kind of see there's a collection up there. It's not a full collection, but that's okay. And so I wanted to show that off and then move it out of the way so it doesn't get smashed by this mess that's fixing to happen. Okay, so what have I been doing? Like I said, there's been a lot of stitching happening. My biggest and most proud thing right now is Quaker Christmas is a finish. I can't remember if you guys have seen this in all of its glory. She was completed on Country Fritch linen 28 count by Golden Needle. And Donna said, how do you feel about that material? And I said, I hate it. It's very loose. The threads move very easily. It's beautiful color. It's just not, when I see Annie do this, this was a sale with Annie and several other people. When I see her do it, you know, she holds up her fabric and it's very stiff and firm and you can see all the stitches, and mine is not. Like, it's very flimsy all over the place. So, but I accomplished it. We started this in what, June of 22? 23. It was June of 23. Because for whatever reason I thought I would get it done by last Christmas, and that didn't happen. That is a pattern by Bygone Stitches. And the called for colors were cotton crescent colors. And I used DMC. So I used 934 for the green, 304 for the red, and 422 for the gold. So so excited to have that done. It will be framed this fall. I haven't talked to Annie about it, but I think I'm going to send it to her to take to her framer. I love Hobby Lobby here. My local framer does a beautiful job. She's a solo and she's usually backed up. She also has a glass company, and so, you know, they do auto and everything else. So, Annie's framer is an experienced stitcher, and I really feel like as loose as that fabric is, that it's going to need to be laced tediously, very carefully, because it's going to misshape if it's not done the way it needs to be done. I know nothing about framing. I have no desire to learn anything about framing. And that is a precise art. So, yeah, I'm going to talk to her about taking it to her framer. I think she's in Johnson City. And then, we'll collab on getting that done. And then I'll go pick it up and get to see Annie. All right, so that was that finish. I have a few finishes to show you. I got Just Cross Stitch, their new magazine. If you have not seen it, go check it out. They've done some fixing. They've done some more featuring. There's more designs. Like, it's beautifully done, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here I don't want to do. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to really diving into that. So, there'll be some new stitches in there. Oh, that could go in the acrostic. Yeah, that'll happen. All right, I am in, excuse me, a round robin with lots of people. Nancy and Jen from Bougie Stitchers, Trixie Tricycle, Alexis Amazing World, Angie Tiny House, and maybe, yeah. So we have a round robin going on for Flosstube friends. We started this in 22, I think. We haven't gotten far. We forget. We just don't get to it. So this is actually Nancy's piece, and Jen's done hers, and Nancy's done hers, and this is my girl. So, of course, I changed my dress to blue. So I'm going to get this mailed off to Angie. That will be my second mailing. And I think Jen said on their video this week that she's maybe ready to send one to me. I think. But, so I got that done. I legit just forgot about that. Like, it was up here, tucked away with all of the stuff. I just forgot to do it. So, sorry guys. I'm back on track. Alright. So, during my yucky time, I decided to get a few things finished that I started. I am doing 24 and 24, but I think it's way more than that. I think, like, my numbers are way off, but that's okay. I have a tendency to do big pieces. I haven't done that many small pieces, and so this year I was like, hey, Melissa, you have all kinds of patterns at your hands. How about doing some smalls? Because you don't have a lot of wall space to hang on, but you've got plenty of space that you could, you know, put things. So, hello, I have, you know, a bookshelf. So, anyways, I wasn't feeling good, and so I was sitting in my chair and just got things done. So this is a Roveris. This is the Christmas Winter Magazine 21. Yes. Yes, Christmas Winter Magazine 21. This is called Home Seasonal Series. And I did that on just a simple navy Aida. With all of the, yes, all of the called for colors. Except winter. what happened to him. I couldn't find that color or something, and so I came up with another color. But it's just kind of subtle in there. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a flat fold or something, a mount, something. It's going to be small. My dough bowl is very shallow and it's like this wide, so you know it's going to hold tinies. It's not going to hold something this big. So super excited to get that done because it's been a while since I've had anything small finished. And that goes on the start shelf. This has been a forever piece as well. Little Pink Houses by Annie B's Folk Art. Finally got finished. Now that she's moved out, this was for Erica's room. But her room is going to quickly turn into my office. So I will probably still keep up with the pink theme. Just because it has been her room. That will get framed. So, Annie B's Folk Art. And then I did, out of the 2023 spring, I did Hello Spring by Cherry Hill Stitchery on page 9. And that's super cute. Super easy. And so I will be probably flat framing that. Maybe a pillow. Maybe a mounted frame. Who knows? Who knows? It's not a lot of that one. Cool. Something out of my way. Oh, I just randomly had a card. I got cards from Pam and Steph, somebody else, and Sunshine Stitchers. I'm not sure why that was over here, but I'm glad it was, so I got to see you, or show you. So that was sweet. I'm horrible about sending out cards. Last year I put out a whole announcement like, hey, let's exchange addresses. I want to do cards. It didn't happen. Alright, while we're talking about receiving things, I got Winter Quaker by Primrose Cottage Inn. I bet you can't guess why. Hello, That Blue. It also has a model for this red. So I probably won't use the Color and Cotton. I'll probably use Stash. It is pretty in the Color and Cotton. It calls for Battleship. But I'm thinking I might do like a whole collection of colors to have around. And then I got, I'm just going to show you what I've received so I can get this stuff off of my table here because my WIPS are a mess. My aunt, Debbie, brought me, she's been cleaning out some things, and she brought me this cute collection of snow, what's it called? Snow Buddies. This is, the company is the Design Connections, and it's art by Joe Moulton. Moulton? Converted to cross stitch by Elizabeth Spurlock. And the publisher is Sage Brush Fine Art. I was looking for a copyright date. The other books on the back start with 96, so I'm wondering if this is a 1996 thing. I don't know. Anyways, so these are super cute. And you know, we just came through snowstorm, snowmageddon, winter storm of 2024. I don't know what we're gonna call it. So, you know, snowmen belong in January, so this might be a thing. She actually had a little start. I'm not sure what part's up. She didn't work it. So I am gonna have some fun with that. Because I'm a sentimental stitcher, so if somebody gives me patterns, I want to work on them because they were gifted. So I'll show you 1 year later that, yeah, I love. And I was gifted and it's getting worked on. This was a gift from my sister. It is a Gold Dimensions Balloon Glow. It is 16 by 12. I don't know when it'll be started, but I have it. Oh, she also gave me this bag that it came in. Always choose joy. That means always put cross stitch in that bag. I gave my family a task because my family can and does go overboard on Christmas. And so I said, kids are grown. I said, look, y'all just go easy, you know, buy a gift, not a million gifts. There's a ladybug on my phone. And so she calls me. She's very sassy. I love her for it. And she's like, so I'm following the rules, but she bought a gift bag and filled it up with stuff, so it's okay. My friend Angie, Tiny House Stitcher, was going through some patterns and proceeded to send me things that I wanted. So I'm going to show you those. Drawn thread, Simply Spring, Simply Summer, Simply Autumn, Simply Winter. This is a Keepsakes cross-stitch calendar book. There's all kinds of stuff in here. All kinds of stuff. I wanted it specifically for this pattern. I'll probably do this too. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Bent Creek, Let Us Be Thankful. Madame Chantilly, the Lemonade Collection. You'll remember I did the lemonade from that quarter shop last year. Roveris Sunflower Pillow. Brenda Gervais, Candy Cane Wishes. He's cute. Lizzie Kate, Dear Santa, I've Been Good. Little House Needleworks, All Dolled Up. Puntini Puntini, When I Think of Stitching. Lizzie Kate, Snippet, Buzzy String. Autumn ABCs. winter ABCs, spring ABCs, and the Holly Berry Sampler by Bent Creek. I had those all together. Oh, this is another one from my sister, Lavender and Laces, Celtic Christmas Noel. Y'all remember I finished the spring for her. Well, it's not finished. I haven't finished all the beading. Then this came from Angie as well. This is a Mirabilia Rose of Sharon. And Mirabilia Fairy Idol. This is a 1996 piece. This came from my baby girls. Little accessory bag. I didn't look in it when I got it. I should have. Maybe they had surprises. Okay. Grandma, just get ready because you may cry. It's okay. My grandma stitched forever ago a picture of kids dancing and playing. We don't know where that piece went. It was made for my sister. We don't know if it's at Mom's house. We don't know where it is. Grandma brings it up all the time. I was upstairs not too long ago, and there were some crafting books that I had not brought downstairs yet. From when I moved in, I brought most of the stuff down, but there were some things that I hadn't yet. So I brought everything down because it's my office for my business now. I am going to show this because there's no way that anybody can cheat off of this thing. But I am pretty sure this is the same pattern. I have not seen it since I was a child, teenager. But I'm pretty sure this is the pattern. And I'm thinking that I'm probably going to do it for sentimental sake. Let's just do it that way. But this old paper, I was trying to see. May, June of 1986. This is a Needle and Thread magazine. So, that being said, I'm going to see what I can do. It is a tiny pattern. It will have to be blown up. Alright. Next up, I received a text, or a Instagram message, I should say, from a friend on my Instagram friends, my cross-stitch friends, Dee, who said before Christmas, I would like to send you a Christmas pattern of your choice for Christmas. And I hadn't been present in a while, and it was just a shock, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I don't even know what to tell you. And so like a week went by, and I didn't know what to ask for. Like, I really didn't. And so I told her, I said, here's my, I think it was 1, 2, 3 stitch, wish list, you know, because you can share that. I was like, you pick, and I will be grateful. Before I cry. And so time marched on, no big deal. Just, you know, I honestly didn't know what to think because, I mean, that was just so sweet. And I was like, okay, well, she texted me one day and she was like, hey, I haven't gotten it in the mail yet, but it's coming. And I was like, okay, you know, no big deal. I came home one day to a box and I was like, what is that? And I asked her if I could show this, and she said yes. And on the side of this box, it says Happy Mail. That's our language. So I was like, oh my goodness, who is this from? And I looked at the return address. And the return address says her name, Hawaii address. I was like, I don't think I knew she was in Hawaii. So I got it in, I opened it, and oh my goodness, the goodness. Okay, let's just share. I haven't opened any of this, like physically opened it, because I was waiting. She texted me while I was sick, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm going to open this right now. It was like late. I was like, I'm going to open this right now while I've got you on the phone. You know, I've been sick, so it hasn't happened. I had opened it to know that it was from her, but everything was beautifully wrapped. It was gift wrapped. And I was like, I'm going to wait, you know, and show this. And now you're going to see it with me. So first we have honey milk chocolate macadamias dusted with powdered sugar. And she said, I'm going to share with you some of our Hawaiian goodness. Milk chocolate Island Max. Oh, I cannot believe that. Like, now that I'm showing y'all, I'm so excited to open this. Strawberry guava pancake mix. I told her I was so excited to try this. I love pancakes, and to have a flavored, just add water. We discussed this at length. Guava jam. She said this is great on hot meat. I like ham steak. Like you buy them in just like a steak, and you put it in the skillet and you fry it up. That's happening. Put this somewhere where it doesn't roll off. Dry roasted macadamias, Maui onion, and garlic. So it's a hearty macadamia. They're not just sweet. Oh, there's two of those. Hawaiian sea salts. I'm scared I'm gonna knock the camera around. And there's two of those. Passion fruit pancake mix. I'll have pancakes tomorrow. And then she said these little candies are her favorite. There's not a title on them, but they're pineapple gummies, so we're gonna have one together. Y'all sit back and let me enjoy. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That pineapple flavor just hit. Okay. That's yum. The pattern she picked out is Be a Friend by Needlework Press. Aunt Donna said, because of course I had to call her, I'm crying, I'm snotting, I'm doing all of the coughing. And I'm like, you're not going to believe this. And I text her a picture of it. And she said, when are you going to start this? So, Dee, this is my birthday start. In April. Because I'm going to get all the colors together. It's got a DMC conversion. But I don't have to worry about that. I said that and really remembered. She kidded it. I literally just said, I've got to get all the colors together. I was like, no, I don't. She kidded it. Because she was amazing. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So these are gorgeous colors. Oh. And then she sent 18 count vintage country mocha, which I absolutely love. And this beautiful little blue star needle minder. There were tears. There were happy tears. And then, to finish it off, she sent this cute little library card that you put on the back for finishing with all of the information on it. So I'm legit gonna keep up with all of this stuff from this project, all of the start to finish times. So I got that. Oh my gosh, so much goodness. And then I had another friend, Miss Kay Ponder, who texted me and said, hey, I think I saw you talk about the Rose and the Giant Pear at some point where you want to do it. And I was like, I would love to do it. I really would. Like, that's one that I would love to do. Like, I don't just say that because there's some pieces that I don't want to do. So she sent me the book and all of the floss with the beautiful floss drops. I believe it's from the pattern. Yeah, it's from the pattern. This is the rose part of the house. Yeah, that's all. It's amazing. I don't have that talent, y'all. It's amazing. So that is also going to be a birthday start because they were beautiful gifts for me. Because I figure by April, if I stay on track with all of my challenges, I'm going to be getting a couple of things completely finished, big things. And so it'll be nice to have big things to add to it. So that was amazing. Totally unexpected from both of them. And it made my heart happy. Which I know doesn't take me a lot, but it still does. I have more stuff from Angie. This is going to be in plans because it's already kitted. Okay. It's going to be a long video, y'all. It'll be alright. So what have I been doing with myself, you ask? Well, let's do a surprise for Aunt Donna. She knows about this because I can't keep my big mouth shut when it comes to cross stitching. So we were having dinner last night, and they had invited me over. You know, we're in the middle of a nice meal, and I was like, I have a secret that I have to tell y'all. And she doesn't have any idea what to expect. So she's like, and so she had given me a kit, not a kit, just the fabric that she'd already started on and the pattern. A year ago, maybe? She had started this pattern for Uncle Gary on white even weave, 28 count even weave. She had gridded it and everything, and it's just not happening for her eyes. Bless her heart, she just struggles so much with her eyes. I don't have a picture to show you. I'm not sure why. I'm not exactly sure what this came out of. But the pattern is called The Waiting. Waiting? The Waiting? Hang on, I'll tell you. Because you know we gotta get that story right. Waiting. It's by Art Ventures out of Long Beach, California. No idea who that is or if they're still in business. Artist Dina Chappelle, whose husband is a firefighter, resides in Kentucky and studied art in Eastern Kentucky University and Morehead State University. She has enjoyed painting uniforms and collections of various professions. And so this painting drew its inspiration from the lifestyle of the fireman. Waiting to the fireman is an everyday profession which entails high risk and high stress situations. The fireman who waits in anticipation must be ready to go day or night to fight the endless unknowns and dangers of fire. Waiting is the uniforms, the boots, coat, pants, hood, helmet, and gloves. Wet from perspiration from the heat of the flames and the spray of the water hoses, soot covered from the charred remains of a previous run. The suit must be ready and waiting should the call again beckon. Waiting is the family of the firefighter to know their loved one has once again returned to them safely. This painting is dedicated to those who day after day put their lives on the line to save those of others, who through skill and dedication work to save our homes, our property, our forest, and preserve our heritage. For those of you who don't know, my uncle is a firefighter. Has been all my life and then some. So this will be gifted to him hopefully this Christmas. This is where I am / she was. She did all of this. I did this and some of this, but she had already gotten this done. So it was because of him that I got into emergency management, became a firefighter until I got injured in the fire academy, and work in law enforcement. I can still remember laying in his living room at night, him getting a call in the middle of the night coming in, and that smell, which of course now I can't stand, but I can remember it all. That sparks hard memories. So, I love you, Uncle Gary. It'll get done. Whew. All right. What else have I been working on? It's just a mess. This is, so New Year's Day started my, you can start stitching the things again. 2023, I said no new starts. I only busted it for Annie. Annie put out some amazing patterns. I got them done as fast as I could and got scolded by my Aunt Donna. So come New Year's, she was like, you can now do all the things. She's like, have fun. So I kind of went crazy and started all of the things. I did, I think I did for 12 hours. I did a start an hour. I'm not sure how long I did that for. So I just have lots of new things to start and it's fun. This is from 2021 Christmas Warmest Wishes by Kaniki's Prims and Whims. Just a simple little winter house. And I got a start. Just a border, but it's a good start. I did not do the, you know, get all of your things together, put your needle in, all of the stuff. I did a true start. I had my kits kind of put together. But here's the deal. I don't go out and buy the thread needed for every single piece. I share. So I know that there's going to be kits that I don't have completely kitted because a neighboring kit has a color that I need. So sometimes it's just a matter of borrowing and You know, it happened. It's okay. No big deal. Excuse me. This is Summer Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives in the 2023 Summer PNPS. Just a simple little letter sampler. And so I'll put in a corner. Easy little start. This might be something I take to work. It's 11 by 11. It's not a big stitch. So I might just take that to work. I have kind of a junk drawer in my desk. At my desk, because I have an L-shaped desk. And it's got in there, I think I have a roll of paper towels. It was random. And Tylenol or ibuprofen or something. Mints, lip gloss, and my cross stitch. So I have a project usually in there for lunch. Because I don't usually, I will sometimes leave, go get something and come back, but I don't usually leave. This is Cherry Etc. I bought this fully kitted when I went to Stitch Etc. in Farmington. I think it may have been the grand opening. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. And Lori Wilson was there. I got to meet her. Thread Milk. She is beautiful. And I bought the whole kit. Matter of fact, my finishing board. So the finishing board is a Stitch Etc. finishing board. It goes this way, but it's hard to see. And this is the cute pattern. It's very summery. So it's all the things cherry. This is a 108 by 126. And that's what I got done. Sorry I did not iron. I did a center start, of course, because I was like, I don't know where to start on this. So I thought about starting at the top, thought about starting at the bottom, but I wanted to make sure it was all squared up because of the way that it's mounted. It came with the backing fabric and everything, so I am all set. That's not a hard stitch. Maybe I can get that done this spring so it'll be mounted for the summer, because I would love to have that in my kitchen. It's super cute. Still going. Needle Bling Design. Stitching makes me happy. Got a good little start on this. Picked up some random fabric, y'all. I was stitching my stash. Got the happy in there and the scissors. I said I was going to take this to work too. It's small. I'll put that in a work pile. I'm just going to have a work pile. I had some Annie Start, of course. This was a fun one to watch her create. This is Holly's Helpers. I got a, top left start on this one. Just kind of wanted to get that fine work done. And this is on 14 count affogato, so it's got some green in it, which is appropriate because, you know, they're outside. And then, so Sorry for all the bag noise. I know some of that bothers y'all. I worked on Valentine Tree from 2022 Spring PNPS. That's what that's going to look like. And I would actually like to get this done for Valentine's Day. That would be fun. So I started on the bottom row of the tree. And this is on, oh, that's better color. This is on Punch by Be Stitch Me. It is a 25 count Lugana. So this is a beautiful color actually. I thought I could do this. It's a big piece. Like I could use it for a lot of Valentine's things. So we'll see how much is left after I get this done. I'm not great about measuring out the material, and Donna's superb at that. I'm just like, let's stitch on a big piece and cut it down later. Oh, I had a bag for that. Oh, I didn't finish that box. No, I did not. From D. Yeah, I was just like, I was talking about bags. Oh, yeah. From D, she had these wrapped because I did not know what was happening. And she sent me Garon bags. Like, I had no idea. Beautiful fabrics, different sizes. Oh. Because you know the inside and outside are, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Let's see what the blue one was. Oh, beautiful turquoise color. And a Christmas one. This has got a zipper on it. It's beautiful fabric. I didn't know what to think. D, you just did too much. Okay. Sorry. Complete brain fart there. I was just like, what? Why are you shirt off? Okay. Let's see, where did I start in here? Oh, yeah. This is a Jan Hicks. We love Jan. Winter Sunshine. This is from 2023. Christmas Winter. This beautiful pillow. All the blues. I was very sick when I started this. I may have to rework some of it. I don't know. This is a 16 count Ada, I think. And somebody had sent it to me, and they had actually started something on the top that I've got to take out. But I had a tiny start on that. I was very sick. I was like, I just need to start something. It was pitiful. That one is, that whole magazine is full of things I need to do. So, I showed it to y'all when I got it. Pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. If not, you've seen it a million times, I'm sure. Excuse me. Did I or did I not start? I don't think I started. I think I just planned that. I did start that though. I literally went through and tabbed all of my PNPS's what I wanted to start. It's not all happening. This is Halloween Gort by Lucy Beam, 2021 fall. This is so cute. And Donna loves this one. She likes the faces. Sorry for the glare. And I put this on mystery fabric, I guess. Sure. It's a mystery. I think this was gifted to me. I feel like that came from Jenny when she was getting rid of all of her Ada and sent me everything she had. She says one day, I mean, they haven't been stitching terribly long, like what, 3 years now? 2 years? And she says one day on Flosstube, she doesn't like DMC anymore. Or not DMC, I'm sorry. She doesn't like Ada anymore. I'm an Ada stitcher. And so I texted her and I was like, are you serious? I'll buy it. Like, whatever. She says, no, you won't. I'm sending it to you. And she did. It was, I went through fabric for a week. It was fun. So fun. This is 201 Quaker Pumpkin by the Stitcher Hood. This was a gift from Felicia. She had done it and said I could have it. And this is on 14 count Ada. Oh boy. I thought I marked the top. I'm pretty sure this is the top. I did a center start. I'm pretty sure that's the top, but that's where I got to. It's not hard stitching. I mean, it's Quaker. It's all the same shape. Super fun, easy. This is a restart. I started it 2 years ago, I think. This is an Erica Michaels. I have a heart. It's a quote from Charles Dickens. Have a heart that never hardens, a temper that never tires, a touch that never hurts. It's not big. It's 87 by 93. And I'm doing this on 28 count. Something. And this is where I got. I wanted to get so much further. This was fun stitching. I love stitching letters. I don't know what it is. I guess because you see your progress like as you go. I love it. So I'll work more on that. Did I start anything on this one? Like, I really don't remember. Yeah, I did. This is his gift. This is by Annie, Proper Stitcher. Beautiful little manger scene. This is not huge. 101 by 85. I am stitching it on Spa 32, that Murano card from Hobby Lobby. Excuse me, I'm getting dry. This is a very soft, I mean, people say like butter, it really is. It's a very soft fabric. I love it. I've stitched a lot of things on it. And that's where, is that where I'm at? Of course that's where I'm at, but where am I at? Yeah, I did a top left stitch, I'm pretty sure. So, that's where I got to. I feel like I'm gonna probably participate in Christmas in July. So all these Christmas pieces will be something I'll work on. This is a gift for my boss. She knows about it, but she doesn't. She will be retiring in 2 years. And that's my goal. This is Stony Creek, Ecclesiastes 3:1. It's long. It is not on that page. $122 wide by $710 long. I had Kim and Ashley kit this up for me. They put it on Lightning 40 count. Not sure who Lightning is by. And I got this beautiful little start. It's tiny. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting a lot of stitches in it. I'm going to break it up for myself into sections. And I think yeah, there's 11 whole rows. And so I think that's probably how I'm gonna break it up. To do it within a year, giving myself some forgiveness. I think that's how I'm gonna break that up. So she's already looking forward to her retirement, and I want to have that for her. I started finally a farm girl. I haven't done her in a while, just because no new starts last year. So I started Ruby Rabbit. She's so cute. I actually have plans to do more of her stuff this year. It's a small start, but it's a start. I mean, I was stitching like an hour at a time, so. But there's Ruby. This is on Mystery. Oh, it's a pretty fabric though. So Ruby will be joined by her friends soon. I have a few things in line. And what am I starting here? Oh. This guy got some attention when I posted him. People liked him. This is Whimsical Winter by Autumn Lane Stitchery, 2022 Christmas winter. He's cute. I would have loved to have had him done by the end of the month, but it just didn't happen. But there's his good start. And that is mystery color. It says 139 on it. It's a 32 count Lugana by Be Stitch Me. No, it's not. I have a Barbara Anna design, the Sheen Mad Hatter Dreams. This was a gift from my sister for my birthday last year. Last year was a crazy year, y'all. Y'all don't even know. But I'm glad it was over and I get fresh starts. So I got her face going. She was fun. Super fun. I look forward to getting more of her done. My sister ordered these for me while she was sitting beside me. I had no idea while I was waiting to go in for my surgery back in April. Fun times. More new stocks. Yep. This is a style with Jen, Nancy, maybe Angie, I can't remember. Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden. Funny story. Who sent that to me? Jen sent that to me when she sent me the round robin piece. And then her sister didn't have it for the sale. Jenny, why didn't you get that to her instead of sending it to me? But I love you for it. So this is a fabric flare, Dark Stormy Sea. I love this fabric. See, I'm horrible about getting fabric in and not wanting to do anything with it because I love it so much. Like, I just want to hang on to it, which is ridiculous. This must start. So I got his walking staff. No, it's a light. It's a walking staff with a light on it. That doesn't sound safe, but okay. And then I got all of the bottom of the sleigh. I guess those are called runners. And then I finished up the snow because I only had to like right here when I started it. So I finished that up. I did all this while I was sick. This was like right here to here was my January 1st start. And then I did all that while I was sick. Beautiful. That runner was really fun. Like, I enjoyed doing that. I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of those fun pieces to do. Kind of going through trying to see if I had any more like new starts. Nottingham was brought out yet again. Oh, I did. This is another one I got from Angie. This is called Peace Snowflakes by Imaginating, designed by Ursula Michael. And when she showed me this, I was like, is that whole thing stitched in blue? Or is the white stitched? And she goes, no girl, all that's stitched. And I was like, yes, please. So I got the piece stitched. That was a 6 stitch. Yeah. I was a little afraid that I had underestimated the size, but it's fine. I have plenty of room on the border. Not sure if I'm gonna frame that or if I'm gonna have a pillow made. What's gonna happen? But I'm excited about having it. Oh, it's another Annie piece. Annie's just put out so much. I don't even have all of her patterns yet. Shame on me. But Clarissa's Garden Sampler. This is one of the ones I helped her write the letter on. So much fun. I enjoy writing. For those of you who just don't know me yet, it's okay because I'm not an exciting person to know. But writing is one of my pastimes. I've always been a writer. And then I actually used to write for a newspaper. And I've done some other things. And so when Annie started designing, I was like, I can help you write if you want me to. And so we collab and it's fun. So... oh, that pink is washing out. It's very light anyway, but this is a mystery fabric. Super modeled, super beautiful. That pink is showing up good over here. Sorry that you can't see it. But I love this. It's very aged looking. And so, oh, it's not mystery. 16 count P&P brush is what that is. So yay, I'm glad that little label was in there. All right, I think that's all of my new starts that were continued on. I have some kitted stuff. So let me show you what else I worked on. It's been going forever. I told you this is gonna be a long one. Chrissy and Linda did a WIP parade. And Chrissy brought this back out. Nottingham by Kathy Barrick, and says, hey, I'm going to try to work on this again. I'm doing a sale with Annie. Well, I joined in after they announced their sale. They started it up when we all went to StitchCon. Oh, that's another thing I forgot. Let me show that picture. When we all went to StitchCon 22, that's when I got to meet everybody. I think they all got to meet each other. And they started it there. I think they like bought all the things and actually started it there. I joined in later. This fabric was a mistake, but I'm here for it. I just don't love it. I'm not one who knows what I'm doing about the fabric. I'm learning as I go, because I started on Ada and that was all we did. And so now, you know, there's so many options available. This is 28 count black casual linen. I will never do casual linen again. It's not easy to count for me. But, like, I have a whole counting mistake here that I've got to redo. But what I did for my New Year's start, because I wanted to get her back out, I went up. And that counting is right. I double, triple, and quadruple checked. And then I started on the wing of the bluebird because that was my goal. I wanted to get up here into the bluebird. So, there's that. Because the bluebird is almost the top. So, I can cut off a tremendous amount once I get it. This is a big piece of fabric. Again, I didn't know what I was doing. When I went to StitchCon, I was like Ada, maybe some 28 count. Was introduced to all the things after that. The world of cross stitch just kind of opened up after I met people, because y'all know my story. When I started watching Flosstube after the fire and everything, I didn't have anything left, and so I kind of just started over, and I was introduced to all kinds of new things. So let me show you this. This came from Angie, and this is precious, just absolutely precious. This picture is like a representation of all kinds of stuff. So StitchCon 22, this was 2 tables pushed together because yeah, we just couldn't get all of us. And there were so many more people in that room that should have been at that table. Like, we enjoyed each other so much. We laughed, we cried, we screamed, we threw stuff down. Like, it was an adventure for sure. That I will never forget. Let's see, what was I working on that day? That was a finish that I would do that day. And yeah. If you've heard all of my StitchCon stories, I'm sorry. I'm just going to reiterate that this community is amazing. That week was an eye-opener for me because I hadn't been out in public since everything had happened. You know, we had all of the things with the virus, and then losing my home and all the stuff that went with all of that. And I was very out of my element, and I drove to freaking Indianapolis, Indiana. Like, I'd never been that far north on purpose. And so There were literally times when I was so out of my element. I was like, I just need to go hide. And I would go to my room and I would just rest a little bit, and then I would come back out and things would get too loud because you had 300 people like shoved into a room. It was a lot. And that's when I met Memphis Sarah E, Sarah, Zan, Crazy Band Lady. I met Bobby, Pumpkin Creek Primitives. Almost left me. I met Stacy, Stacy Clark. I met Athena. I met Fawn and Sean. I met there's a whole bunch of people at their tables because they had 2 tables together too. I don't know, there was a bunch. Anyways, there was one point where it was so loud and just, it was too much. And I just had to get away. But I didn't want to go all the way to my room. Because, hello, that was across the campus. And I got it from my table. I went over and I sat down behind Athena, beside Bobby, kind of behind Sarah and Zan. I just sat on the floor, just plop. And they're like, are you okay? And are you going to be able to get back up? And I was like, I'm fine. Just let me be for a minute. And I just needed to just be quiet and breathe. And I think it was Athena who said, I get it. And yeah, so it was a lot. But I mean, literally made some lifelong friends that weekend. And yeah, it was a good time too. So I haven't been back since, just because planning and trying to save and trying to get things taken care of, and you know, but I still talk to many of those people weekly, if not daily. I mean, you know, that's just the way that it happens. I remember I was walking around the brag table and Chrissy walks up behind me, finally a farm girl, and she's just like, hey, stranger. And I don't remember if I cried or screamed. And then Annie walked up a different time. She's like, well, hey there. And I was like, completely different from what I was expecting. And she just laughs. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but, you know, you just make friends through Flosstube and through Instagram and through Facebook, and then you actually meet them, and it's like the whole world's complete. So, I don't know where I was going with that, but special time. I'm so glad to have that picture. I had tons of pictures, but I don't think I had any real group pictures. And there's not enough time to explain it all. So, continuing on with the WIPS. I didn't need that flashback, sorry. The Scarlet House. Changed World. This is words. It's a piece that's meant to go with Seeking Refuge. So I'm not sure. I think this was part 2 of like her whole mindset there. And I have told her I absolutely adore all that she has done with these patterns. So why in the world I don't have this done, I have no idea. I am currently working on this border here. Let me tell you, the count's off. I don't know. I can't figure it out. It will be okay. So, the count is off. I fixed this side. This side is still off. I don't know. But I have all of this side done. I have to finish this side. The top, obviously this square. And then all of this bottom stuff here. And both of the flower pots in this bottom row. I need to finish this up in February. That's what needs to happen. I just gave myself marching orders. Melissa, you finish this up in February. Because if I take this to Hobby Lobby, which I probably will for this one, they did a really good job with Aunt Debbie's. it takes 2 weeks to get framed. And I would love to have this hanging on my other big wall that's empty right now. So that framing may be a birthday present for myself. The longer I talk, the worse my voice gets. I worked on Cross Stitch Nation just a little bit. It's just a cute little Beth Twist pattern, heartstring samplery. I think this is an opening piece to Sunshine Stitchers. I think that's where I found this at. So I just did that little bottom layer piece. I thought I was going to stitch all the way across. I have to work on the letters because BWT is a little bit smaller than MAL because my A is going to be wider and then my M of course is wide. So I've got to work just a little bit on the lettering because I was like, oh, I'll get the bottom done, and then I was like, oh, the letters. So I'm going to get that worked on. I pulled out Crossword and had so much fun. What did I watch that night? I think I watched Flosstube all night long one night. And I think it was the first night that I was really fever-free, and I was like, I just want to have fun. So I put in the K and the I. I did all of this. I finished that box and I worked on this. It's just so fun. And I love that blue. It's DMC, no big deal. But it was just a super fun. I think Annie texted me that night and she's like, what are you doing? How you feeling? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun right now. Not working on her patterns. I was having fun. She doesn't expect me to work on them all the time. $7.92 is what I'm working with. I have no idea if that's enough, but hopefully. So I had tons of fun with that one. I wish I could remember where I was the last time that you guys saw this, but there's no way. I worked on Autumn Town a little bit since you last saw it. This is Autumn Lane Stitchery, and I have a sky. The sky would be what I worked on the most since you've seen it last. This is a sow with Angie, and I don't have a clue who else. I think there's a lot of people in it. Tiny House Stitcher is the one who started me on it. I think she just texted me one day and was like, hey, Sal. I was like, of course. So we've been working on this, I think, we're going on 2 years. I need to work on that some more. It's super easy to stitch. It's just a matter of sitting down and doing it. This is a sow with Pam. Just keep stitching, who I just saw just posted their video, so I guess they're feeling better. They have also had the flu, unfortunately. Why do I have a needle coming out, and what is happening? I'm not afraid to open this. Random. Just put you over here, park you. Anyways, they've had the flu, been really sick, so I'm glad to see that they're doing better. Praiseworthy Stitches, Simple Gifts Courage. I am doing mine in blue. I asked Steph to pick me out blue and take care of me. I had some things going on and I needed it. Just to be a comfort stitch. So this is what she sent me. I have labels in here somewhere. I did have. Excuse me. Oh, they're there. Hang on. Focus. Week Style Works Sky and Navy is what this is. So, and it's being stitched on Dove by XG Designs. 32 count. This is where I've gotten I have no expectation. I can't hold it. It's just not ironed. I have no expectation of finishing this by April, but April will, it will see a lot in April. Because that's the month of my surgery. And yeah. So my plans are, I'm going to leave Pam at the top. P.S. That just happened. My plans are for all of these initial sets, all of the ones across, to become the people in my family that I've lost to cancer. So my uncles, my grandpa, my granddie, yep. So that'll have to happen later. I will chart those when I get to them, I guess. And I'm sure Aunt Donna will help me with that. So, ooh, that was loud. You have not seen this one in a while. I have not seen this one in a while, but I can't remember the last time I saw it, so you're going to get to see it again. This is my African Queens. I'm stitching this for a friend, actually. I love them. I love the stitch. It is a mess. This is one side to the other, so I have plenty of room for framing. I had to check that. And that's where I'm at. So the last time I actually had this thing out, which I feel like has been a couple of months, I did all of this. This is 18 count white Ada. She is very stiff. But when I get this one out, I usually make some good progress. Like I don't pull this one out to put 5 stitches in. Like, we're gonna sit out and we're gonna have it out. So it is a full workout to stitch on that thing. Okay. Did I tell you that there's a lot? There's a lot. Chrissy said in another video, maybe the same video actually, she said something about what would happen if every weekend or on a weekend or something you touched every whip. I've done that. There's 2 of them that I kind of gave up on them. I haven't taken them apart or anything, but I just haven't worked on them. But for the ones that are actually functioning whips, I've touched them all. So you're going to get to see all that. Kind of gave up on Tom. That corn looked intimidating. I wanted to stitch words. So I went to the November for the Thanksgiving piece. And I started on that. And I started on that house because it's a house. So yeah, this is, for those of you who don't know, because I think everybody has pretty much seen everything, but it's not always the case. This is Autumn at Hawker and Hollow. There's my board out. There you are. And that's where I'm at. So, Carriage House Samplings, it's beautiful. Somebody asked me why I started stitching at the bottom instead of started stitching at the top, TBH. I was afraid of starting the border up there. I wish I'd started at the top because, yeah, but starting at the bottom's fine. Just need to work on it more. I love it. It's just, you know, it's a lot. I said when I started it, I told Aunt Nona I was going to do a block a month. That hasn't happened. Did I mention I have a lot? I'm trying to pull this over. Well, this is fun. I'm going to show you a whole big mess up. I have a sow that we've been planning. Nancy and I have been planning. She texted me one day. I don't know what I had said. I had said something about the play Wicked. And she texted me and she was like, you love Wicked? I love Wicked. I'm not obsessed. Like, you know, some people have all of the people memorized, all that stuff. But I do have all of the music memorized. Like, I love the play Wicked. And so I went to Etsy because she was like, let's do a sow. And I went to Etsy and I found several pieces. And I found the one, Because I Knew You, I Have Been Changed for Good. It's just words. I mean, I think there's like two or three little sparkles. Let's do it. Because that song is amazing. It just simply says, you know, I've heard it said that people come into your life for a reason. And, you know, it goes through the whole lyrics. And then it says, because I knew you, I've been changed for good. I'm going to cry thinking about it. Kind of goes back to the whole StitchCon thing, you know, actually meeting them and some people. My life has been changed for good. So, got all 15 kinds of excited about starting it. Again, I'm not good at counting. I got the bee put in. It's a lot of stitching, right? And realized that the counting on the pattern, I don't remember who I bought it from. It was on Etsy. It's no big deal, really. I mean, there's 1,000,005 things I could be upset about in the world. This is nothing. But I realized that the counting is exact counting. It's not the pattern with the surrounding, you know, the framing size and all that. I'll be starting that one over. Because I measured for what I thought was framing size. Whoopsie. Did I mention counting is not my specialty? I think that I showed this the last time. I'm a horrible sister and have not finished the beading on this. But I have put in a few beads. I gave this to my sister and then took it back so that I could finish beading. So there's Celtic Spring. There's some beautiful beads going on. I've started on the beading over here. And beading takes a lot of energy for me. So I gotta get this done. Maybe next weekend. Maybe next weekend. This little devil needs to be finished. This is Grandma's piece. I put in the bottom of the dress, some of her cloak. I've just got to finish it. Sorry, Grandma. Your witch doesn't want to be finished. She's an ugly witch too. I haven't done any more of Caroline Carter. I need to do Caroline Carter. Christmas at Hawker and Hollow. Did you get any more stitches? I don't think that he got any more stitches since y'all have seen them, but I will show you just in case. I need to do more on that. Same thing as the autumn. I love the Christmas at Hawker and Hollow. It just hasn't happened. That particular one I'm on, you see, is full black coverage. There goes an entire skein of DMC 310. Let Love Rain is going to be a start over. Oh, there is one more piece. Hang on. This piece I had actually forgotten all about, and I found it when looking through my material because apparently I had just folded up the material inside out and didn't realize that I had a start on it. So there he is. This is well, I need to show you the picture. This is called Seasonal Motif. No. This is called, well, Twill Sampler. It is by Laura Holtorf Collins. And it is beautiful. It's a blue sampler. Blue sampler. So when I found it, there were letters and then a little bit of this. And so I went to town because, hello, it's blue. Oh, and this was here too. So I put the boys on there and I got started up here. It's just fun. It's just random motifs. It's just fun, and it's blue. There's 3 colors of blue in there. That's it. Okay. That's all of the WIPs that I have going. Yep, that's everything. So I have some things kitted in front of me, but I'm not going to worry about them right now because I'm going on 2 hours and I've never done a 2-hour show before. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I am definitely going to consider myself back. I have things to do. I have things I want to do. And I miss you guys. So hopefully, you know, 2024 will be better. I'm just kind of wiping off January. It was just like the 13th month of 2023. And 2024 starts with February 1st, which is Thursday. So I don't know. That's the game plan for me. Hopefully all of this will clear up and it'll just be healthy. I'm going back to my carnivore diet starting this week. I've got to get in wedding mode. I've got to get in graduation mode. I've got to get in she's grown mode. She has told me to change her room into my office. So I have a desk that she took her desk out of her room to their house in Mountain Home. So I have a desk in the back, the pantry area, the whatever back porch area. that I'm going to put in there and, you know, get everything set back up. So hopefully we're over the winter months. I shut her room off when she's not home. I just turn off the vent and shut the room up, you know, so that I don't have to heat that room. Because it's got, what, 4 windows? 3 windows? 4 windows. So, you know, it's a different life. So I'm officially fixing to be an empty nester. And I'm okay with it. I'm happy and proud of her. And so, yeah, it's just going to be a different world. So, anyways, 2024 starts February 1st. So, I'm looking forward to doing all of the things, seeing you guys again, talking to y'all again. I will be posting more on the social medias. You know, when you're posting a lot and you're sick, it kind of gives people question. At least I'm that way, you know. I'm like, okay, you're talking an awful lot for somebody who's, you know, taking a week off of work. So I felt bad for taking a week off of work, and I certainly didn't feel like talking on social media. I was like, every time my phone would, you know, either text would come through or somebody would call, I was like, wait, I'm literally sick. Like, you know, leave me alone. But it's fine. So anyways, I will see you guys hopefully in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I will have a lot of progress. I can show you some things. And let's make it a happy new year. So I love you. See you soon. Bye.